Welcome back. Time to go to TNA Ring of Honor. Going to start with TNA and their Sacrifice pay-per-view from this past Sunday. Here are the results. They started off with the quarterfinals of the Deuces Wild tournament to crown new TNA World Tag Team Champions. Team 3D defeated Sting and James Storm. Christian Cage and Rhino defeated Booker T and Robert Roode. The LAX defeated Kip James and Matt Morgan. And AJ Styles and Super Eric defeated BG James and Awesome Kong. In non-tournament action, the first ever Terror Dome match, where the winner became the #1 contender to the X Division title and also got a shot at the World Heavyweight title later that night because Kurt Angle had to pull out of that match, which ended up seeing Kaz winning the match, thus earning the shot at the gold. Semi-final action of the Deuces Wild tournament saw Team 3D defeat Christian Cage and Rhino, and the LAX defeat AJ Styles and Eric Young. Now, I just want to say, you strip Tom Coe and Styles or whoever had him of the gold, and you create this Deuces Wild tournament, and you don't have the four teams that you created did not even make it to the semifinals. I think that's bad booking in my opinion. Personally, of the four teams that they did put together, I would have liked to have seen BG James and Awesome Kong make it to the semifinals. I think that would have been an interesting storyline, and maybe you could have seen BG James and Awesome Kong team up in the future. Gail Kim won the TNA Knockout Makeover match, where she earned a shot at the women's title. Roxy Laveau, unfortunately, was the one that ended up getting her head shaved. In the finals of the Tag Team Title Tournament, LAX defeated Team 3D to become the new Tag Champs. In the main event, Samoa Joe defeated Scott Steiner and Kaz to stay the World Heavyweight Champion. Samoa Joe pinned Scott Steiner. And a lot of people were saying how if it had been the other way around, where Joe had pinned Kaz, that would have looked completely terrible on not only Kazarian, but what TNA was doing, and I think that was a very good idea not to have Kaz job out. Now it is time for the Slammiversary Report. It is Sunday, June the 8th, live on pay-per-view in Memphis, Tennessee. The main event is the King of the Mountain match for the TNA World Heavyweight title. Samoa Joe will defend the gold against, well, we're not really sure yet. There's 4 spots left open for that, and those will be determined by qualifying matches the next couple of weeks on Impact. Petey Williams will defend the TNA X Division title against Kaz, and the marriage of Black Machismo, Jay Lethal, and SoCal Val. This is so... we've all known this has been a ripoff of Randy Savage and Elizabeth, but come on. This is like the ultimate ripoff. When Savage and Elizabeth got married some 17 years ago, I still remember to this day watching that live. That was one of those moments in time that could never be touched because it was so perfect. It was the dream wedding. It was in Madison Square Garden. And now you do this. I just... Ooh, yeah, Macho Man approves the marriage of Jay Lethal and SoCal Val because Val looks like Elizabeth Ziggett. This is just sad. Okay, now time to go to something that's better. Ring of Honor. Going to start off with the show from Manassas, Virginia, and I'm telling you right now, ladies and gentlemen, when this DVD comes out for sale in about 6 weeks, I'm telling you right now, you need to buy this show. This show was a fantastic card. Going to start off, Chris Hero defeated Pele Primo. It was a very good opening contest. It was very well even, set up for a very good night. Rhett Titus and Rex Sterling defeated Mitch Franklin and Sean Denny in a pretty good tag match. Brent Albright defeated Damian Wayne, Nigel McGuinness, and Claudio Castagnoli in the 4-way. To me, I was very impressed with Damian Wayne, who I feel should have more bookings in Ring of Honor in the near future. I thought he was very well added into that match. Austin Aries defeated Eric Stevens, and Austin Aries, I'm telling you, he was insane that night. I was sitting in the second row of Section D, and the guy in front of me made a comment that I don't really remember, but Austin Aries was about to kick his ass. It was just unbelievable. The Necro Butcher defeated Jack Evans in a no disqualification match via backbreaker across 2 chairs. Shows you why the Necro Butcher is the man. Second half of the show, Jimmy Jacobs defeated Jay Briscoe. And then to me, the match of the night, Bryan Danielson against Tyler Black. And I just love Tyler Black now. I mean, I love Bryan Danielson. I think he's one of the best wrestlers on this planet today. But Tyler Black, you watch people, in 3 to 5 years, he's going to be the next big star in wrestling. And the match he had last Friday night proved it. And then the main event, Takeshi Morishima, Naomichi Marufuji, and Go Shiozaki defeated Roderick Strong, Davey Richards, and Rocky Romero. The funniest point in that match was when Takeshi Morishima danced. It was so funny. You have to see it to believe it. It was one of the funniest things I think I've ever seen in wrestling. 500 people plus were at that show. Ring of Honor is coming back to Manassas Friday night, August the 1st. Now, the next night, they were in the Hammerstein Ballroom, where they set a new attendance record. Here are the results. Roderick Strong successfully defended the FIP heavyweight title against Go Shiozaki and Eric Stevens. Kevin Steen and El Generico defeated Rocky Romero and Davey Richards. Delirious and Pele Primo won a tag team scramble match, defeating Chris Hero and Brent Albright along with Jack Evans and Jigsaw. After the match, Brent Albright quit Sweet and Sour Incorporated. Bryan Danielson defeated Naomichi Marufuji in the rematch from Final Battle 2005. Takeshi Morishima defeated the Necro Butcher. Jay Briscoe and Austin Aries defeated Jimmy Jacobs and Tyler Black. No DQ, tag gold on the line. After that match, Jay Briscoe said he vacates the belt, so the tag team gold is now vacant. And the main event, Nigel McGuinness defeated Claudio Castagnoli to stay champion. Now, the next time Ring of Honor is in action is on June the 6th in Hartford, Connecticut. On that night, there's going to be a one-night tournament to crown new Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. Here are the teams that are in the tournament. Nigel McGuinness and Go Shiozaki. Roderick Strong and Davey Richards. Kevin Steen and El Generico. Jimmy Jacobs and Tyler Black. Austin Aries and Bryan Danielson. Ruckus and Jigsaw. Chris Hero and Adam Pearce. And Delirious and Pele Primo. And then the next night in Philadelphia, a tag team grudge match. Austin Aries and Bryan Danielson against Jimmy Jacobs and Tyler Black. And in a fight without honor, Roderick Strong against Eric Stevens. That's a look at TNA Ring of Honor. The Indies are on the way now.